Hello, hello, boss. Hello. All right, then we can start, I guess. So, hello everyone. I welcome you all to our ML study jams powered by TensorFlow user group Hyderabad. My name is Abdul Alim and I will be your instructor for today. Uh, so, before starting, can I get a get a chat of people who are been following this study jams in first day? Can you just put a comment ke bhai yes, no in chat box? Like you're following from day one and you are in the final week of this ML study jams. Just post your comment in the chat box. All right. So no worries. Uh, let's start. Uh, till now we have learned Python. First we started with Python. Then we have learned pandas, a library of Python which is used in machine learning. Then we started with the intro of ML and supervised learning. We also did unsupervised learning, deep learning, which are the core concepts to understand machine learning in a better way, right? Then we learned unsupervised learning and deep learning. Like these are the main concepts to learn. Then we have also learned neural networks and computer vision. Like neural networks are the heart of the ML, right? And we have also done some demos of code. We have run some data sets and also seen their practical execution, how it happens in code. Now, what's for today? Today we'll be going into time series analysis, which is an important topic in ML. Then about time series, why it is used, why it plays an important role, about ARIMA, and also some code obviously to get a practical exposure. And yeah, we are in our final week. We have done 3 weeks, and you guys are still consistent learning. Hats off to you. Let's keep the motivation going and complete our last week with a high note. So, before starting, just a brief about how we can bridge the learning gap. Uh, Anyhow, we are learning from our weekend sessions. Then, after having the lecture, you have to go on Kaggle Learn and do the practical implementation. After doing the practical implementation, you might get stuck. You might have some doubts. You might get some errors. So you need to put those error in our WhatsApp chat. We have group discussion. We have various channels in which you can post your doubts and get them cleared, right? Then obviously practice and practice, and the given task should be completed so that you become more clear about the concept, right? Now let's get started with our topic, right? uh, can I get in chat ke bhai let's start or something? I need some hands heads up to get started. Can anyone just put yes, no, let's start something in the chat box? No one. Waiting for your responses, guys. All right. Sorry for the interruption. So let's start a discussion about time series analysis. Okay. What comes to your mind when you heard about time series analysis? So, time series analysis is a specific way of analyzing a sequence of data points, right, collected over a interval of time. This is the catch. We need to take at the an interval of time, right? Uh, so, in machine learning, a time series is a sequence of data point in order at time. Here, the interval of time is important. Like, let's say, example, daily temperature reading, monthly airline passenger data, like a specific time period. Okay, then like unlike regular databases like time series data, various daily stock prices predictions, sales and revenue data, these different kinds of data which have a specific time, interval of time, right? uh, and in time series analysis, analysts record data points as consistent intervals over a set period of time rather than just recording the data points, right? This is the main thing happening over here. So why this time series is required? For at the first time, at the first point, why we require time series in ML? Because to forecast future trends, we use ML to predict data, right? We want to know, okay, bhai, we have this data, we have this much of data, and we want to see what it can be. So predicting future trends and identifying different patterns and different types of anomalies, right? And understanding the relationships between variables over time. Let's look at an example. As I already said you about the stock prices, uh, we identify, if you know about stock market, there are like stock prices go up and down. Uh, uh, yeah, sorry for that. So now let's look at an example. So if you know about stock market, there are different trends. The graph, the graph means the price of stock goes up, it comes down, depending upon the market and companies sales, there are different factors in which this happens, right? So we identify different patterns over here. We observe seasonality. We also notice the random fluctuations, like uh, because of revenue down. When revenue gets down, the stock price also gets down. So this is something we do with time series. Now, the key concepts of characteristics of time series are trend, seasonality, and noise. These are the three important characteristics. So let's first see what trend is. It is to say in simple words, trend is a long-term increase or decrease in data. We see long-term gain or long-term decrease, right? Uh, if you see here, like I have the graph over here in which there is mm, data of marathon times. It's like fluctuating for l- very less time period. uh, it is going up, it is going down for very less amount of time in. But when you see an Australian cement production, there is a long term increase, right? It is not like something which is going up and down for regular intervals. It follows a long term increase in data. The trend component of time series represents a persistent long term change in mean of series, right? The trend is the slowest moving part of the series, the the part representing the largest time scale of importance. So this was the about trend. You can understand easily by seeing these graphs, marathon times, which is like fluctuating more, and this Australian cement production, which is taking long term, like which is having taking some extra time. uh, Another example might be if a sale of product have been steadily increasing over several years in a positive trend. Like let's say Geo's uh, sales have been increasing day by day, right? It is like a long term increase, right? So that is the thing wo- about trend. Now let's talk about seasonality. In simple words, seasonality means a repeating pattern in data at regular intervals. Repeating pattern, okay? Such as daily, weekly, monthly. We see the data in three different things. Like when we talk about our journal lives, we see it daily, weekly, monthly. Okay, when you see here in the picture, we have the seasonality whenever the regular uh, periodic change in the mean of series happens, right? The repetition over a day, week, or year are common. You can see the years, 1950, 1952. These are the regular intervals, regular times, 2 2 years, 1950, 1952, 1954. So it is uniform, and it is uniform, right? Another example, a real life example might be retail sales. Retail sales may spike every December due to holiday season, right? uh, because most of the people have holidays in December. And if you talk about this sweater sales, we have various in this in winter season, the sweater sales goes up. When summer season comes in, the sweater sales goes down. So this is the seasonality, okay? Right. So there is another topic called as noise, but so it is noise is something that doesn't follow any pattern. It can be true underlying the trend in data. That's the major thing I'll be showing you in the code how it works. Now, let's see the major use cases. Why are we learning time series? Time series learn is important in business use cases like forecasting sales, demand, and inventory levels. It's also used in finance domain to predicting stock prices, interest rates, and exchange rates. And it also majorly used in economics in analyzing economics indicator, inflation, and GDP, and obviously the weather forecasting temperature, weather patterns. We nowadays we don't know when the weather changes. We are getting sudden rains, and suddenly if you see there is a hot sun. So yeah, we can use time series for these different cases. Now the main part. If you have any doubts, you can put it in the chat box, or I can directly move on to the code. Any doubts? Hello, hello. Any doubts? Okay, all right, sure. I'll be moving on to the code now. Let me share my Google Colab. All right, I guess you can see my screen. Yes. Now let's look into the actual thing, the main code. Okay, all right. So in this program, uh, of time series, we are forecasting on the airline passengers data set using the ARIMA, which stands for Auto Regressive Integrated Moving Average model. Uh, in the first step, obviously, what we do in every ML program, we import data sets. We are importing pandas, we are importing matplotlib. Then from stats model, we are importing ARIMA because we are using that data set, right? We are that model to do this analysis. Then from pandas, we are importing register matplotlib converters. Let me run this command. All right, it's executed. Before moving to the next step, what does pandas do? Pandas loads and manipulates the data set. All right. Then what does matplotlib do? It is used for the data visualization, the graphs which we can see the day, future trends or the forecasting. It's used for that purpose. And the stats model is used for fitting of ARIMA model. As you can see, we are importing ARIMA. Then from pandas.plotting, we are also importing register matplotlib, which ensures the compatibility between pandas datetime objects and matplotlib. For that conversion, we are using this one. All right. This is executed. Now let's move on to our next step, which is loading our data sets. Like you can I'll this is our data set, which is we have already pasted the link over here, which is of airline passengers. As you can see here, airline passengers.csv, and we are loading the data set here. And now you can see the data set. See, now you are seeing the month, the day, the year, date, and month, and number of passengers traveled on that day. This is the data set we are loading. All right. Now, the main part, the visualization, for which we have uses our matplotlib function, right? As you already know, we use plt dot to plot the graph. It is done using matplotlib. Here, a line plot is created to visualize the monthly airline passengers over time. This gives an initial understanding of trends, which is seasonality in data, right? See, now here we can see 100 passengers 1950, then slowly it's increasing in 1952, about 200 passengers in 1954, there are about 300, 400, 500, and going till 1960, it it is moved up to 600 passengers. So this is the visualization of our monthly airline passengers, which we are doing with the help of matplotlib library and journal things. We are plotting it, then we are putting a title as monthly air passengers, x label is date, y label is number of passengers, then plt dot show. Simple things, and I believe that you guys know all the steps. Just I am showing you in particular two time series and this passengers data set, airline passengers, right? Now, the main part why machine learning is used to make predictions. Now, let's do that thing. Let's make some predictions. Here, we are like using our main thing, which is ARIMA model, fitting the ARIMA model to the data using the specific order, which is PQD parameters. Here you can see forecast steps equal to 24 for which is forecasting for 24 months. Uh, I am I am limiting it to only for 2 years, which is 24 months. Okay. Then forecast equal to model fit dot get forecast. This is the simple thing you can. Then we are getting the confidence interval. All right. Now let's run this and see our predictions. Of I got some errors. No issues. Let's solve this. Um, okay, where it is forecast. No worries. We learn when we get errors, right? Hmm, the error is it model fit. Let me see error. We have Gemini guys, and in which we can easily see why the error is being generated. Okay. Here, Gemini also gives us the suggested changes to be made. Oh, sorry, I missed the fitting part. All right, sorry. This should be included. Then I need to do that. Yeah, copy. Gemini is very useful in every context. If you talk about code, if you talk about general use cases, it's very useful, right? Now, yeah, fitting. Fitting of ARIMA model equal to ARIMA, then we are giving specific parameters. You can see 510 or anything. You can, it's up to you. You can also give 512. It's order in which we are giving it. All right, it's successfully executed. Now let's make prediction. Now, yeah, our prediction is done. Now to see the prediction and the forecast, we need, again we need to plot the forecast. Same, we are importing it from matplotlib. Plt dot figure equal to 10 comma 6. It can be, you can take anything, it's your wish. Then title, X label, Y label. These are the simple things. By this time, you guys must be aware of all the things. See, now here you can see the forecast of passengers. The prediction is made here. This is the part. Red part that you can see is the forecast. So this is the main use case of our time series in ML. Now let's go back to our slide and continue. To understand deep learning algorithm, math should be needed. How you guys need to balance theory and coding. Yes, for deep learning, maths is needed. You need to have a good grip on maths. Yeah, it's true. What's the question? I am unable to understand. To understand deep learning algorithm, actually, how you guys suggest to balance theory? Acha, theory. No, like it's nothing like you read max theory. You understand. You watch various lectures. I can suggest you a good playlist which is of uh, MIT. You just search it on YouTube. Deep Learning MIT. It's a very good playlist in which you can learn about deep learning in very good manner. The all the aspects of let it be max or practical aspects are covered in, and the professor is very good. Just check it out. I'll just post the link in the comment group or comments or in our WhatsApp channel. Am I clear till now? Or if you have any doubts, you can just share the doubt over here so that I'll repeat it. Do you have any doubts? Clear till now? Okay, no worries. Let's go back to our slide. All right. So we have also seen our implementation in code. Now to see the now the code explanation which already did, I have also put it in the slide so that you guys will also have, you can refer to it if you required. We'll be sharing you the slides in the group. Let's again see this. We have loaded the data set which was the airline passengers.csv file, uh, file which contains the monthly totals of our international airline passengers. Then we have also did the data visualization. We have plotted the data set to observe the trend over time, right? First we did loading, then we did data visualization. After that, the error we got, right? Because why we got the error? Because we have not fed the ARIMA model. Then we have did the ARMA model using parameters like PDQ. These are the formal parameters which we donated by. P is number of lag observations. D is number of times the data need to be difference to make it stationary. As I say you can take anything over here. It's upon your wish. And in our example, we have take 510. Here it written as 512. It's like we can take as our need, what the customer requires, or what the what based upon our requirement, right? Then finally we have plotted the forecast data. You have seen the red line on the graph, which is used to predict the 24 years, which is 2 year into the future. All right. So please let me know if you have any doubts or anything. I'll be happy to solve. It's a very very easy, and it will be little bit confusing for the first time if you simply go through the whole code, understand it, uh, using this example or any example, line by line. If you execute it, you will get to know it's not rocket science or something. So yeah, resources and the code will be shared anyhow. Please let me know if you have any doubts. I'm waiting over here. I guess because of today, Ganesh Chaturthi, people are less, but no worries. Consistency is the key. They can anyways also watch the recording. I guess there are no doubts as such. And yeah, that's it for today. It's a very, very simple topic, time series. And it's only take 15 to 20 minutes to understand. Once again, if you want a quick revision, I'll give you. The first thing was, what is time series? Obviously, it is a sequence of data points ordered in a particular time. And name, as name suggests, it is related to time, right? Then what is it used for? It used in daily stock prices, weather data, flow, traffic flow, sales and revenue data, and many more. And the main characteristics was trend, seasonality, and noise. Trend, what is trend? Trend is a long term increase or decrease in data. Example, if a sales of product has been steadily increasing over the years, it is a positive trend. If the sales is going down, it is a negative trend. As simple as that. That is the first characteristic. And the second is seasonality, a repeating pattern in data at regular intervals. Here the main thing is regular intervals, such as daily, weekly, or monthly. Example, uh, the sweater the sweater sales goes up in winter. Then when it comes to summer, the sweater sales goes down. uh, then we also have noise, which is random variation, does not follow any pattern. So these were the three main characteristics for which we are learning time series. It is mainly used for forecasting, predicting the future values based on historic data, and it is used for understanding patterns, detecting trends, seasonality, and anomalies. and it is used for making decision in businesses. In businesses, we have to take some calls, whether we have to try this, whether we have to do this or not. The data scientist does this stuff and give the outcome to businesses, give a perspective. We also have various challenges in this, which are like auto correlation, stationarity, handling missing data. This can be once you get the good grasp of time series, the challenges can be taken care. That's not a big issue. And we have also used ARIMA model, which stands for auto regressive integrated moving average. It is the one of the most widely used models for time series forecasting. And there are also different models like seasonal ARIMA, exponential smoothing, which is known as ETS. We also have LSTM, which is long short term memory neural networks. It uses RNN. So these are the different models other than ARIMA. Then we have uh, did the coding part and understand it practically by using our airline data set. We have visualized it, we have plotted the graph, we have also get the forecast. At the last, the red line you have seen was the forecast data. All right, uh, I guess I'm done now. Thank you, Amrish Akkaraju. All right. If you have any doubts, I can be for 5 minutes more and address it. Or if you guys want to end this, we can end this. It's totally upon you. Acha, as Chandra Prashant asked, I'll be sharing the link so that you can refer to it. It's a very, very good playlist. You can watch it. I have not completed yet, but it is a great playlist. You must watch. Uh, if you talk about deep learning in specific playlist, the all the theory and practical things are covered in this. There is a professor who have taught this is Alexander Emini. He is from MIT, so that's a very good playlist to watch. Yeah, here you go. I have posted it in the chat box. You can. Waiting for more 2 minutes, then we'll wrap up. If you guys don't have any doubts. All right, thank you guys for joining in. I guess we can end this and hope to see you tomorrow in our last session, which by which we'll be concluding our ML study jams. Once again, thank you for joining in. Bye bye, take care. The final topic will be intro to AI ethics, and yeah, you will be learning it tomorrow. All right, bye. See you soon.